we're here today to tell you that this budget proposal from Governor Paterson is disastrous for this college. At a time when our enrollment is seeing unprecedented increases. We have a 6% increase this January, the last January. September to September, it was 7%. And we have record numbers of students here at Erie Community College. At the very same time, we're seeing the funding that's proposed for Erie Community College go down to levels we haven't seen in the past 10 years. Now, we've all known that this budget situation has been coming. Board of Trustees and others here in front of you have worked hard the last year and a half, almost since the day I got here. We have had a hard hiring freeze in place. We have limited purchases. We have limited overtime. We have limited travel, trying to do the best we can to absorb these cuts without changing the offerings that we have for the college and our students in Western New York. With over 15,000 full-time students, we're the next largest college after the State University of New York at Buffalo. And our 3 campuses are alive, vibrant, and working to the capacity that we're at. We absorbed a cut just 2 months ago of over $1 million, $130 per FTE cut for every student. We absorbed that. We knew it was part of the work to be a good team player with the State of New York in difficult financial times. We absorbed it because we have the hiring freeze in place, and everybody's working to help redeploy our workers. Great cooperation from our unions in that regard, by the way. But this $285 per FTE additional cut will be over $4 million to ECC. And we just can't continue the way that's going and not have some changes. So this past Wednesday, the Board of Trustees made it clear to me that I'm to report back in a month. Our next meeting is the end of February, and we're looking at 3 areas to try to absorb this $4 million cut. That has to be with our staffing situation. We have to propose some kind of way to deal with staffing and layoffs. Second area is programs. We're going to have to look at programs we offer now, over almost 100 degree and certificate programs here at the college. And when we look at programs, if we've got programs, for instance, that are offered at all 3 campuses, maybe we're going to have to combine them to 2 campuses or 1 campus. And then finally, a tuition increase. Our students have absorbed a tuition increase twice now in the last 2 years. And we're going to get to some point where we're going to try to raise tuition on some of these young men and women, adults and families, and they just can't afford it anymore. So that's the broad strokes of where we are. We are all going to take questions when we're finished, but I'd like to ask the chairman of our board, Pat Krasinski, to take the microphone first. Pat.
Thank you, President Quinn. President Quinn, I think, painted a dire picture of a unfortunate situation that this institution would be in if the proposed budget of Governor Paterson is adopted. Erie Community College, for the last couple of years, has been the lifeboat of this area. As the local, state, and national economies have begun to sink, more and more individuals in this area jumped on board to get a higher education, to get job training, re-employment skills. I'm here to announce to this community that this lifeboat has a hole in it, and the hole is getting bigger. And I don't think if this proposal is accepted by our lawmakers that we can continue to float the opportunities and services that we provide to this community. I'd also like to say now that President Quinn is correct in that at our Wednesday meeting, we gave him 3 areas that we wanted him to look into in terms of getting the institution ready in case these budget proposals were adopted. And I'd like to announce here now that as chairman of the Board of Trustees, there will be no tuition increase at Erie Community College. Our students have borne the brunt of continued decreases in funding over the years. and that road has come to an end. We will not raise tuition for our students. In the governor's proposed budget is a decrease in TAP assistance, which will be a burden to our students. And we are not going to burden them even further with tuition hikes. So I'm going to direct President Quinn and his staff to look at right-sizing the institution, if these proposed cuts are adopted. And by right-sizing, I mean look at cutting programs, cutting services, and cutting our physical facilities. Thank you.